as I always said, there is no rest for the wicked. Hello, my fellow friends. It is I, Alyx from, you all guessed it, right here in Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Look, I told you guys that the plan was to take a break until Friday, which is the WWE Draft 2023. And that was going to be exactly what I did. And then WWE decided that it's going to have a day full of wacky stuff. So much so that your boy was forced, against my will, not really, to come up here and do a live stream. So here you go. That's right. You got yourself a new live stream, ladies and gentlemen. And we got a lot of news to talk about. It's three major stories, of course. One, I'm baffled even happened. CM Punk, Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, was backstage at Raw. I'm not making this up. Yes, AEW superstar, still under contract, AEW superstar CM Punk was backstage at WWE Monday Night Raw in Chicago. Talking, chilling, conversating, even got a chance to talk to Paul Levesque. Triple H and CM Punk talked. What in the world? That whole story is crazy. We will definitely open up with that. We'll quickly talk about the Vince McMahon craziness. Apparently, he made some major changes to Monday Night Raw. Before I even get into that, let me just say, I did have Raw on in the background. I wasn't watching it, watching it. I was doing other things. But from what I've seen, it felt like a harmless show. It wasn't a great show. Wasn't anything extraordinary. But it wasn't anything bad either. So whatever changes he made, I'm very curious to know what they were. Because I heard it was major changes. Whatever the major stuff was, luckily, what really mattered was not changed. And that was the unveiling of the new World Heavyweight Championship belt. And I gotta say, from first glance, it looks nice. It looks really nice. I'm confused about why they basically took the big gold WCW belt and just slapped a WWE logo on it. That's so weird. I don't know why they didn't just bring back the big gold belt. Maybe change up the design a little bit? It's just kind of weird when they splatted the WWE logo on it. I was like, I gotta get used to that. But it's not so bad to the point where I can't see myself not liking it. I think over time, I might fall in love with it. The only issue I have, and this is my big issue, it looks way too much like the Intercontinental Championship. It looks too much like it. So I would love it if we're going to be introducing new belts, we get a new design for that IC title as well. Maybe go back to the big globe white belt. The global white belt, which is classic. I don't know why we dropped that, by the way. Why did we drop that? Crazy. Honestly, probably the best thing that WWE has done so far under Triple H. I say under Triple H. I'm funny, right? There's a lot of things we can get into. I do want to quickly mention a couple of news items that they aren't big stories, but I do think they're worth talking about. The one that I'm pretty sure people are going to be mentioning is Mercedes Moné. Apparently Mercedes, Sasha Banks, whatever you want to call her. Did I say Mercedes, excuse me. Her deal with New Japan Pro Wrestling is expiring, right? It's about to expire at the end of May. Her last date, quote unquote, last date with Japan is May 25th, 21st, or is it 20? No, it's May 21st. I said it right the first time. And word is, after that, she's a free agent. And people are speculating, this means she's coming back to WWE. I'm going to kill that right now. She's not. There's no way she comes back, especially since Vince is in charge. But I have an idea of what she may end up doing. I don't know what she's going to do, but I have an idea of what she may do. Goldberg. Goldberg is currently in the news because apparently Mr. Bill Goldberg wants a real retirement match. He wants a real send-off match. As if WWE didn't give him multiple send-off matches. But he wants to go out the right way. Okay. We'll talk about that as well. And then, whatever other story I find even worth talking about, we'll talk about that too. But ultimately, those two minor stories and then the big three major stories. And then I'm going to get out of here. In terms of Raw, quick review. It was harmless. The only thing that people should care about are two things. The Bloodline storyline. They're adding more stakes and more heat to Sami, Kevin versus the Usos. Who's going to turn on who? And then, of course, the new World Championship bout. That's it. That's it. The rest of Raw, you can skip it. But I will say this. I do think when it's all said and done, this is a noteworthy show. Because of them introducing a new world title. Simply because of that. I thought the crowd was hot too, but also, think about it this way. If you have a show where everything is okay, passable, and then you get that one noteworthy thing, don't you feel like that kind of elevates it just a tad bit? So it goes from being an average show to being, all right, that was kind of decent. Is that what everybody feels? If I ask you guys, how did you feel about the show? I guarantee you some of y'all will say, it was solid. It was decent. It was solid. But yeah, that's what I feel. But yeah, let's get right to it. We're going to open up with Mr. Phillip Brooks and then get to the other minor stories. But before we get into any of that, let's pay these bills, do some shout outs, do the sponsorship, and then get right to the show. For some reason, I was doing a record scratching and then get right to the show. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button to get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can also let me know on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, and give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your last play live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Levesque t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America, the remix. T-shirt made by XJ Firestar Her. All this down below in the description box. And today's sponsor is Audible. If you're ever looking to get some audiobooks to listen to, the service you want is Audible. I can get you a 1-month free trial. You can listen to audiobooks, you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to whatever. And check this out. During this 1-month free trial, whatever you order is yours to keep. It is yours to keep. If you want to keep it, all good. But you want to let it expire, whatever you did during that month is yours forever. Forever. So how's about we get a quick word from our sponsor? And then, of course, we'll get to some shout-outs. Today's video is sponsored by Audible. Audible is the leading provider of audiobooks. They have over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from, including books written by wrestling legends like Chris Jericho, Mick Foley, Bryan Danielson, Drew McIntyre, and Jim Ross. Today, if you visit www.audibletrial.com, just Alyx, you can get one free audiobook of your choosing. Audible is the best place for audiobooks, and I cannot recommend it enough. In my time, I've listened to Chris Jericho's The Best in the World and Bryan Danielson's Yes books, both narrated by them personally. And here's the best part. Even if your membership wears out or you just aren't satisfied with the product, you can cancel your free trial at any time, and your audiobooks are yours to keep. So again, go to audibletrial.com, just Alyx, and begin your journey today. All right, thank you all so much for being here. We are, close to 200 people. I'm seeing that's becoming the average now. People are more regularly watching me live than usual, around 200, and I like that. Thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. If this is something that you enjoy doing and you want others to explore it, here's what you can do. Hit that like button. That's all you gotta do. Donations are great. Your time is awesome. But what really helps me out is hitting that like button, because when you like the video, I will be given more opportunities to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting the like button. Also show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shaw97, Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Big MGM, and of course, Khalil does everything. Everything. Maybe Khalil can stop CM Punk from just randomly appearing at Monday Night Raws and actually make him apologize to the Elite. Because check this out. If CM Punk... No, Alex. Nope. Save it. Save it for the actual show. What matters most right now are the shout-outs and the super chats. So super chats are on. Let me get these shout-outs in. Thank you all so much for being here. I see some YouTube members. The Tribal Chief, Adam Ritter, Phantasmo. I think I also saw Rachel S. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. Maybe I'll see her again. But yeah, please show some love to the mods, guys. They help keep this a safe space. Alright, let's go to the top and get these names in. We got Joe Arredondo, Buller Gamer TV, Nelly Nell, Chris, Freedom of God, Eric L. Eric, are you new? I think you're new, Mr. Eric L. I love seeing new people. I love new names. The new title made the show worth watching. Yeah, we can agree on that. Do we all agree? Because I do. Joseph Winters, Vinnie Mac, boo, boo. We not a Vince McMahon crowd, buddy. But welcome anyways. Monaco 42, Big Gusta. Show was not okay. Show was good. Okay, I mean, nothing much else to say there except to each their own.
Unfortunately, Logan Paul is eyeing the new title on his Twitter. Hopefully WWE won't do it. Also, hope you like the WWE 2K23 match I did for you.
Well, I didn't see the match, but I appreciate you for doing a match for me. Did you, create a character of me and did a match? Might have to watch that. That sounds like kind of fun. I don't know. Would y'all watch that if I did a live stream of someone creating a character of me and having me in a match? And I react to it? That'd be interesting. Okay, back to this. Christopher Carter, June Heat, Q Blackman, JoJo. Oh, we got the Cerebral Assassin. Wait, did I already say Christopher Carter? I just didn't call you the Cerebral Assassin? My bad, my bad, dude. The Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter. Raymond Johnson. Amadeus Helsing. That's a name I haven't read in a while, haven't seen in a while. James H, that's another one. JJ, who let the dogs out? Bulldog. Sean Ireland. I think I also saw Swat Fan 100. I did. Flubber. OG Wave, good to see you again. Lots of people returning. Taylor Alexa. Isaiah Harris. Let me see. Let me scroll all the way down. Mr. Anthony White is in the building. Explosive Diarrhea. The irony of this name saying the big gold belt is beautiful. I don't know about that, Chief, but thank you. Wrestle Spider, Wrestle Spider. Wrestle Spider says he has skipped the third hour. Let's do 3 more. Dragon Knight Cole, Donna Lily, and last but not least, let's give it to the Black Nostalgia Nerd. All right, thank y'all so much for being here. If I don't say your name, it's not because I hate you. I got a lot to get to, and I spent a lot longer than I wanted doing the shoutouts. But I'm so happy to see y'all, and I owe you guys because I wasn't here the last 2 times. So let me go ahead and pause super chats so we can get to the show. So please be sure to leave your comments in the live chat, and we'll get to them at the end of the stream. We're gonna kick things off with a wacky story. Insane for me to even say this, but here we go. AEW superstar CM Punk was seen backstage at tonight's Monday Night Raw in Chicago. Multiple news sources have confirmed this. The one I'm going to read is Fightful Select, because that to me is like the #1 news source for wrestling. And here's what Fightful had to say. Right out the top, CM Punk was backstage at WWE Raw in Chicago, according to the talent. PWInsider reported that CM Punk was briefly backstage at April 24th's WWE Raw. Those that we spoke to said that they got eyes on Punk. Speaking to talent. He was speaking to the talent? Miz. I think he spoke to Tamina. Cora Jade, apparently, he had a word with. I don't even know why he was there. No one knows why he was there. He just showed up. What's good? That was ridiculous. But check this out. There was also word that he spoke to Triple H. That I need to hear about. If news ever comes out about what was said between Triple H and CM Punk, that in and of itself should be a video or a live stream. Because that is, wow. I cannot imagine those two being drinking buddies. Hey, what's good, Punk? No, it was probably exactly what you thought. Some words were said, and then they probably were able to work some things out. I'm hoping. I can imagine if he spoke to Triple H, it was essentially to squash the beef. Which is, it's good on Punk. It's good that he did that. Now, is that a sign that he's coming to WWE? I doubt it. But at the end of the day, why hold grudges where it's unnecessary? So, if there is a story to come out about that, there will be a video about it. Check this out. CM Punk was told to leave per request by Vince McMahon. Yeah, they kicked him out. Check this out. It says several talent have been told that CM Punk was asked to leave by Vince and was escorted out by head of security. Numerous wrestlers in WWE believe that the move was a publicity stunt for a return to AEW soon. Hey, work, make that money, get people talking. You don't think WWE wasn't in on it either? Shoot. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a publicity stunt. Or maybe he was actually visiting a friend, who knows? Let's see here. Those that we spoke to said CM Punk left without incident. Oh, he just left. Cool. There were several, watch this. There were several AEW talent in disbelief when they heard that he was backstage at Raw. We've asked WWE in an official capacity about the situation, but we're just told they don't have that info as of yet. That's a lie. They just don't want to speak on it. Yeah, that's, man, like, you have to think. CM Punk showing up. I think there's a video out somewhere. Matter of fact, come with me to the Twitter space. Yes, I just combined MySpace and Twitter. Come with me to the Twitter space and we will look into what I have, not here, but This is from Wrestling News, and this is the video of CM Punk speaking to Tamina. That's him. And that's Tamina. He is in the open speaking to Tamina. Let's listen.
Hey, CM Punk, we won't tell you here if you come over here and take some pictures.
What a freaking...
I see you over there with that red cat.
This guy over here recording that video. Yeah, that's him. That's Punk. Wow. Why do I feel like this is going to be spun into something it's not? Why do I have a feeling that Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, and all the other CM Punk haters are going to go, see, this is why you can't bring him back. He's being unprofessional and just walking into the enemy territory. The enemy. They are our enemy. Oh, all the misery. Something, enemy. How'd that song go? I know that's Imagine Dragons, though. My enemy. Regardless. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where I have a feeling people who hate him are going to use this as more ammunition to push this narrative that he's toxic and he shouldn't be working for AEW. He's just going to waltz over to WWE. We don't know why he was there. Maybe he was there because a friend invited him and he showed up. Or maybe he actually went there to, maybe settle some old beefs, maybe to reconcile some differences, and he got what he wanted. Maybe he didn't get all he wanted, but I doubt he went there to, negotiate a deal to come back to WWE. That is without question. First off, that's illegal. Can't do that. But also, even if it was a thing where he was a free agent, I seriously doubt he wants to go back and work for Vince. I'm just saying. It's not going to happen. Especially since Vince kicked him out. So it's definitely not going to happen. I think he honestly just did it probably because someone invited him to come. Or maybe it was a publicity stunt. Maybe he just thought, you know what, let me just pop in here. Let me pop in here, see what's up. What y'all can talk about? Look in my eyes. What do you see? It's Britney, bitch. What? Oh, sorry. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's one of those things where I'm pretty sure you already know people are going to blow out of proportion, but it isn't that big of a deal. So, yeah, we'll follow this story some more. I have a feeling this isn't the last time we'll hear about this. This is going to be a part 2, part 3, maybe even a part 4. The one thing I want to know about is what Triple H and CM Punk talked about. What did they talk about? What was said between them? Everybody else, cool, whatever, I don't care. What did Triple H and CM Punk talk about? If I ever get a chance to go to a media scrum, I'm asking Triple H that question. CM Punk showed up. What did y'all talk about? When did y'all want to know that? So give me your thoughts. Like, when you heard this story, what was your reaction? Because I know a lot of you are probably just like, that cannot be true. That's insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. It's wild, though. CM Punk just backstage, just chilling like a villain. Backstage in WWE. Someone asked, do you think Punk would have stayed if Vince McMahon wasn't there? You mean like up to the fact where the show started? Nah. I think he would have left before the show. That would have been disrespectful to AEW. If he stayed during the show and watched it, that would have been disrespectful. I think ultimately he was always planning to leave. But I don't know. Y'all tell me. What do y'all think? Like, real talk. What do y'all think about CM Punk popping up in WWE? All right, let me knock out these minor stories really quickly. I mentioned earlier that Bill Goldberg is looking to go on one last run, right? And apparently, when he made this news, let me pull this up really quickly, he was talking about how he had a handshake agreement with Vince McMahon that he was going to end his story the right way at WWE. And Vince never followed up. And so Goldberg is now looking to end his career the right way. Now, what that right way is, I hope he doesn't mean being a world champion. Because NWA is calling. Seriously, that is the only way Goldberg is a world champion. AEW ain't giving him a belt. And if they do, they're stupid. They're dumb if they give Goldberg a belt. The right thing to do, if you bring in Goldberg, is to use him to put over your talent. That's where he is now. Sorry, that's where he is. With that in mind, there is a certain AEW talent that does want to fight Goldberg. And his name is Wardlow. He even said, it doesn't get bigger than Wardlow versus Goldberg. And you know what? Because I thought about that for a minute. The idea of bringing in Goldberg at first was like, guys, can we move on? Seriously. Can we not keep putting our stocks into this Goldberg nostalgia run? It's over. He's already had his run, right? But AEW is in a very unique position right now, where they're trying to sell out something that hasn't been sold out in a long time. And if they manage to sell them out, if they manage to sell out this building, Wembley Stadium, AEW All In, it would put them on the same level as WWE. So to make that happen, you need all the star power you can get. We got Wardlow pitching a match against Goldberg at that event. And if we're doing that, if you're determined to bring in Goldberg, why not? Why not have him fight Wardlow? Why not? You already know AEW isn't going to have Wardlow lose to Goldberg, right? You already know that. That's not what Tony does. If that's what you want to do, I'm cool with that. If you want Goldberg to establish Wardlow as like this generation's Goldberg, which is it's kind of late for that because he's not undefeated, but I know what you mean by him being the next sawing off machine, then yeah, I would love to have Goldberg come in and put him over. For one more match to call it a day? Hell yeah. But if Goldberg wants to come in and beat MJF for the world title, I say keep him off the show. We have more than enough legends to make this work. Goldberg, if he's coming in, great. Come in and do business. Put someone over and then get out. Don't bring him in to take time, take the spotlight away from people like MJF, from people like Wardlow, from people like Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Bryan Danielson, Claudio, because it's already a loaded roster. Listen, AEW is already suffering from a loaded-ass roster. Even with them getting another show on Saturday, you still got a loaded roster to deal with. That's a lot of people to work with, especially for Tony Khan. It is too much for one person. The last thing you need is to then be worried about Goldberg. So, if Goldberg is coming in, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. If Goldberg is coming in to have a match at Wembley Stadium, and Wembley Stadium only, sure, I'm all for that. But if you're going to bring him back for a run, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop you right there, Chief. That ain't it. That ain't it. So, give me your thoughts about Goldberg and potentially him having one last match. Mercedes Moné, or as some of you know her, Sasha Banks. Reportedly, this is coming from Fightful Select, apparently Sasha Banks is about to be a free agent soon. Now, this is weird because not that long ago, Mercedes told her fans she is moving full-time to Japan. She wants to learn the culture. She wants to actually build her life in the country. That's what she said. She's planning on moving full-time to Japan. But it's weird that she says that, and now Fightful Select is reporting that she might be a free agent soon. Now, I don't know the details of why that is. She'll tell us if that actually happens. But here's my question to you. What are the odds of her re-signing with New Japan and Stardom? Because if she's moving full-time, I can see her working out a deal to continue working. But the issue here, and I can already tell you what the issue is if she doesn't work this out. The issue is money. I can already guarantee you she's expensive as hell. She is way expensive. So I'm pretty sure they want her to stay and wouldn't mind having her. But Mercedes is, oh, and rightfully so. She should be. She should be expensive. She's a superstar. She's Hollywood royalty. Hello? Related to Snoop Doggy Dogg? Well, okay, the cousin of Snoop Doggy Dogg. Fine. Regardless, family. I don't know if New Japan can afford her. So, if that's the case, if she ends up leaving, what does she do? The one thing I do not see her doing is going back to WWE. And you already know why. Yep, you said his name, Vince McMahon. She left because of Vince. She might, big might, could have considered going back with Triple H. But here's the crazy part. Even when he was in full control of the women's division of WWE, she still didn't want to go back. She could have easily just changed her mind and gone back to work. She didn't. She stayed away even with Triple H. So what does that mean? There's still some baggage there. There's still a lot of baggage there when it comes to her relationship with WWE, Vince McMahon, the backstage locker room. Because remember, when she walked out in 2022, the tag team belts were a joke. That division still is a joke. It might be even worse off than it was when she and Naomi were champs. That can be argued. How has that changed exactly since she left? Let me give you a hint. It hasn't changed at all. Some might even argue it got worse. So, if Mercedes comes back to WWE, then what? What do you do with her? You put her right back in the tag team division with what? With who? Who's she going to work with? Okay, maybe she's a singles competitor. Who is she going to work with? Bianca again? Rhea again? Who does she work with? Also, what does she do? She's already been she's already been a women's champion. Well, you could say world women's champion, but no. She's already been a women's champion. Raw and SmackDown. She already main evented WrestleMania. What do you do with her? She can win the Royal Rumble. To do what? Main event WrestleMania again? The problem with Sasha Banks, it's not just her baggage, is that there is literally nothing for her to do with WWE now. They would need to completely revamp their roster and get something completely new, completely fresh for Mercedes to want to go back. Because if she goes back right now, look at Raw tonight. Look at Raw tonight. They barely got TV time. They got one match, and that match went what? 10 minutes, if that? And then Trish Stratus had a backstage segment. And in a 3-hour time period, 10 minutes, that's all they got. Why would Mercedes want to go back to that? So, I'm sorry, she ain't going back to WWE. If she leaves New Japan Pro Wrestling, there's only one place she goes, and you know where she goes. I know you hate to say it, but say it with me anyways. AEW. Why? Because Tony Khan can afford her. Number one, Tony can afford her, and if she wants to work with New Japan then, she can work through AEW. Because New Japan Pro Wrestling has a better relationship with AEW, right? So you already know if Mercedes wants to keep working with them, she has to sign with Tony Khan. You know that's true, right? I'm not making that up. So I am confident, 1,000% confident, if New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom don't sign her first, if there's nothing worked out, you will see Mercedes in AEW. There's a whole new roster for her to work with. New, fresh people, and she'll be free to work the style that she's working now. You already know. And that's just AEW. Apparently, she wants to also wrestle in Impact. Man, Impact Wrestling with Mercedes, that's exactly what they need. Yeah, there's so much for her to do. Then go back to WWE and not get TV time. So, that's my thoughts on Mercedes. Quite frankly, anyone thinking she's going back to WWE, you're fooling yourself. I will be shocked. I will be shocked if I wake up and see her back in WWE. Because I would be looking at her differently. I'd be like, what the hell? The hell's going on here? So give me your thoughts about that. There was this other story I just remembered. Apparently Trish Stratus did an interview with Corey Graves where she talked about the word wrestling being banned. I can quickly bring this up. This is going to be quick. Says Trish Stratus told Corey Graves on After the Bell, she doesn't know why the word wrestling was recently banned in WWE. I don't know why we don't say wrestling for some reason. I don't know why, because I'm a wrestler and we work for World Wrestling Entertainment. So I think she's saying this from the perspective of it makes no sense for us not to use the word wrestling. I don't think this is a dumb blonde kind of answer. I think it's more along the lines of, aren't we wrestlers? Isn't this a wrestling show? Shouldn't we say wrestling? The answer still stands. You know damn well why you can't say wrestling. You know damn well. It doesn't make any sense. It's never made any sense. But you know damn well. Well, because the wrestlers are superstars. Here's the problem when you call everybody a superstar. If everybody's a superstar, no one's a superstar. That's the problem. Not everybody can be a superstar. It's okay to just be a professional wrestler. And then you have a superstar. The problem with WWE is that they get the big head and they think if you work for WWE, you're automatically a superstar. No! That's not how that works. Not for me, if anything else. But yeah, this whole superstars versus wrestlers debate is so stupid. You are a professional wrestler. You are a person in wrestling gear, inside a wrestling ring, wrestling in front of a wrestling crowd with wrestling commentators, a wrestling referee, and for a wrestling championship. You're a wrestler. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy. That, of all people, Trish is like, really? We can't say wrestler? You know why you can't say wrestler. We're going to talk about that reason right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Vince McMahon was in the news today. Vinnie Mac was out of control once again, ripping up the script. News came from PWInsider that Vince McMahon made heavy, major changes to the script of the show. So what I'm doing here is looking up what exactly the changes were made. I'm not too sure exactly what was made. Real quick. No, it doesn't really say. It still doesn't say. But alright, check this out. Vince McMahon was reportedly not backstage at the April 24th edition of Monday Night Raw. But his influence was felt. Mike Johnson, a PWInsider, noted that he was told there were major changes to the Raw script, and they were being made remotely at Vince McMahon's request. Johnson added that multiple sources have commented on talent being unhappy with the changes. So it's Monday. The sun is out. We breathe. This is a bed. This is a microphone. You are human, I think. This is what Vince does. He changes the script, people get pissed off, then they request their release. It always happens like that. It always happens like that. Why are people even now still complaining and whining and moaning? Why is Vince be this way? He is never going to change. This is why he has to go. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful tweeted that the Street Profits versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin wasn't on the rundown originally. So that was added at the last second. Also, according to Sapp, Piper Niven and Candice LeRae were originally slated to have a backstage segment, followed by a match. So we were supposed to get more action with the women. And Vince said, no! So if you're wondering why the women are getting less TV time, that's because of Vince. And I think it's ridiculous that I respect Solid Monster. I'm not attacking him. Okay? Just so we're clear, don't go and tell Solid Monster that Alyx said you were dumb and he wants to fight you. Don't be saying that. I'm just going to say what I have to say about certain things that he said and other people are parroting. Parroting. Repeating. How about that? So, this idea that the women's division has gotten worse under Triple H. And I think we need to be careful with how we word things. Has the women's division gotten better under Triple H? In some instances, yes. In other ways, no. I think in terms of being featured more, being involved in storylines, being prominently featured, in terms of having stuff that matters, yes, it's improved. Damage Control, new stable. They were involved in numerous feuds. They had tournaments. They were champions. Did it ultimately mean anything? No. I think the group has been a complete failure. But they had a chance to succeed or fail. They were involved in things on TV all the time. They were just booked to look like losers. And they were received as losers. Alexa Bliss, involved in a storyline with Bray Wyatt that sadly did not go anywhere. But she was in the storyline. Asuka got a character change. Sadly, she didn't win any championship belts, but she at least got something. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the women are lighting the world on fire. They're not. But to sit here and pretend that the women were better under Vince, no, they weren't. They weren't. Were there instances where they felt more important? Absolutely. But I think the problem we need to understand here, and we're leaving a lot of details out about Triple H and him running the show and working with the women. A lot of these women that he brought back, the Candice LeRae's, the Mia Yims, Raquel Rodriguez is a call-up, but, she wasn't even getting TV time. But Raquel Rodriguez, the Io Skys, the Dakota Kais, the Emmas, oh my God, who was her name? She was partners with Dakota Kai. Why am I blanking on her name? She uses the Shining Wizard. She's Michael Cole's favorite female wrestler. Someone's going to tell me. She was recently brought back to, Scarlett Bordeaux. She's a manager. Why am I blanking on her name? I'm sorry. Oh my God. She uses a finisher called Lady Kane. Somebody tell me. I'm in the live chat now. Help me. Help me out. No, not Nia Jax. Tegan Nox. Thank you. I was like, what the hell is her name? Tegan Nox. Yeah, I forgot about Tegan Nox. That's how irrelevant she is. Dag nabbit. Yeah, You bring all these women back, but the problem is they don't have a story. They don't have a character. So now you're starting over from scratch with them, right? So you're basically giving them their own stories to work with. That's going to take a while to rebuild that relationship with the audience. It took them a while in NXT. It's going to take them just as long. Sadly. That's how it is. So I'm not making an excuse. I agree that the women's division is not good. It's awful right now. Absolutely abysmal. Those belts mean nothing. Bianca, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte when she had it, Ronda when she had it. They don't have anybody to defend those belts against. This division is garbage. It's doo-doo. But to argue that they were better under Vince, I get that people praise Triple H a lot, and so there's this instinct to want to pick apart some shit that he's done, rightfully so. But if you are crazy enough to argue that the women were better under Vince McMahon, you're crazy. You're just out of your mind, and clearly, you just hate what fans love. You don't like the fact that fans are happy with the WWE product, and so you try to crap on it. That's ultimately what it is, because it makes zero sense to look at this story and go, yeah, Vince is a totally better booker than Triple H. So, I'm very curious to know what major changes they made. If it was basically less time for the women, that is bullshit. I just want to say this. Ever since Vince came back, no Johnny Gargano. Now, Johnny's hurt, so I don't know how long he's going to be out, but still, no Gargano, no Dexter Lumis, no Baron Corbin. Thank God, by the way. Some people shouldn't even be on here. No, less women, by the way. Much less women on the TV show. You can tell that it's a barren division when I forget about Tegan Nox. Was Rhea even on tonight's show? Dom and Rhea weren't even here. Did you notice that? Did you miss them? Yeah, I don't know. Anyone trying to argue that Vince is better, he's not. He's really not. So, if there ever is another report giving us like legit details on what was actually changed, I will happily do another video about that. So we got 2 new videos that I could potentially do. That's the conversation between Triple H and CM Punk, and then what the hell Vince changed on tonight's Raw. What I am happy about that he did not change, and we'll end it on this. This is the big story. This is why you're watching. Is WWE introducing a brand new World Heavyweight Championship belt. Triple H came out and made the announcement. And this is interesting. I want to start off with this before we talk about the belt. Triple H said that Roman Reigns, when he is drafted on Raw or SmackDown, when he's drafted after the draft, he will be taking with him the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. Meaning, he will be taking both the WWE and the Universal Championships with him. Both belts. Now, I was confused at first. I was confused because I thought he was just taking the Universal belt. And he was being stripped of the World Championship. That's what I thought. The WWE Championship. And then they were going to give that belt a new design, right? Unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately, but unfortunately to a lot of people, that's not what's happening. Because what they're doing is introducing a new belt, a new world title. So guess what that means? That means as of April 24th, 2023, WWE now has 3 world titles. 3 world titles. 3! Uno, dos, tres! How do you say 3 in Chinese? How do you say 3 in Japanese? How do you say 3 in other languages? 3! 3 world titles! That's insane. That is insane. That is insane. That is crazy. Any other day, I would be ranting my ass off. Here's the reason I'm not. I believe the reason WWE has not dropped the second championship off of Roman Reigns, this is just my personal opinion, I think the reason why is because when it's time, as a matter of fact, let me pull this up really quickly. When it's time for Roman to drop these belts, I think they're going to give Cody, when Cody has both belts, they're going to give Cody the WWE Championship and they're going to retire the blue Universal title. That's what I'm hearing. The idea is to help Roman reach 1,000 days with that Universal Championship, then retire it when he drops the belts. Because there's no one else that's going to hold the belt that long. And so that will have the lineage of being Roman's belt. The WWE Championship, which is the belt that has the decades behind it, going all the way back to Bruno Sammartino. The WWE Championship, that's the belt that Cody's going to win, because that's the belt that Dusty Rhodes has not won. The World Heavyweight Championship, the big gold belt, Dusty won that. He won that belt. The one belt that's eluded Dusty is the WWE Championship. So to me, here's why I say it's fortunate that Roman is holding this belt. Because if they had relinquished the WWE Championship, that means Cody would be winning this belt at Saudi Arabia. That would have sucked. Fuck that. By keeping the WWE Championship with Roman, now Cody, to win the belt, has to beat Roman. Which is what the story is. Storyline says Cody needs to finish the story and beat Roman for that world title. And then relinquish the Universal title, retire that belt, but then be the WWE champion. And then hopefully get a new belt design. Man, I should be booking. I should be running this shit. I'm a genius. Or maybe Roman retires the Universal belt after he defends it at Night of Champions and then carries the World Championship afterwards. I don't know. Either one's fine. Because that's what I heard. I heard two things. I heard one story saying that Roman will retire the belt, the Universal belt, at Night of Champions. And then just carry the WWE title to SummerSlam. Or he'll just hold both belts until SummerSlam, loses the belts to Cody, and then Cody will retire the Universal title. Regardless, that Universal title is going away. And Cody's going to keep the world title, which is what he should. And it needs a new design, by the way. Just so we're clear. So then that leaves this thing of beauty. Let's talk about this brand new WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt. So, just looking at it, let's take this in. Let's just look at it. In all honesty, I think it looks good. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I'm starting to fall in love with it. Here's the reason why I love it. It is literally a copy, almost a copy and paste of the original World Heavyweight Championship, the original WCW Big Gold Belt. And for comparison's sake, I'm going to find it for you. We're going to pull it up really quickly. Let me see if I can find an actual picture of it. Because right now, too many people... Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay. So, there's the WWE Championship belt. And here's the original Big Gold Belt, right? So look at it real quick. Look at it closely. Now I'm gonna go back to the other belt. There's a lot of resemblances here. The only thing that's missing, or that's different, is that big ass WWE logo in the center. They just slapped on it. But the design is almost an exact replica of the big gold belt. And I think it looks great. But like I said before, my biggest issue that it looks way too similar to the IC title. And it does. And for comparison's sake, WWE Intercontinental Championship. We're going to pull that up now. Hold on, wait a second. I might actually need to, okay, I'm having trouble finding a good replica of it real quick. Yeah, let me go to Google. As a matter of fact, let me see Google, because I want you guys to see how similar it looks to the 2023 IC title. It looks way too similar to it. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. This is it. This works. So let me pull it up here. Let's put this. Okay, so look at that title. Yeah, it has a different design, but nah, man, it's too similar. Like from a distance, they kind of look the same. I don't like that. Nah, we need to get a different design for that IC title. That's my only complaint. If they're gonna use this belt for the World Heavyweight title, cool. Can we get a different design for that IC title to help that stand out? We do that, no issues. Now I'm hearing there are more new championships coming. So we might get that. So let's talk about this belt. I think the best thing that could have happened to Monday Night Raw is exactly what we got. A new world champion. A new world title. Matter of fact, I noticed this too. When they introduced the world title, and you had Austin Theory come out and talk about it. You had Bobby Lashley come out and talk about it. You had Seth Rollins come out and talk about it. And you have everybody having a central focus. Please tell me you noticed how instantly the show improved. Right? When you have someone leading the show, you have a central focus, a central goal. Now everything clicks in. There are things that just click in when you have a world title on your show. Even if it's a new title. I felt the people who are meant to be in the main event scene got even more over. Now, Seth Rollins is a fucking beast right now. He is over like Rover. I can't even explain to you how over he is. So, when he got out there and started talking about that title and the crowd reacted to him, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. That is what a world champion should be. That is exactly why, and I'm going to say it right here, right now. Whether you agree with me or disagree with me, I don't care. The guy who needs to win this belt is not Cody Rhodes. Because I see a lot of people in the live chat. This will be Cody Rhodes' belt. This is Cody Rhodes' consolation prize. If you have Cody Rhodes give up on going after the WWE title for this title, it will dilute his story and kill his momentum. Absolutely not. Cody should not go after this belt. He just should not. End of story. This is not Cody's belt. Cody's belt is what Roman has. The WWE Championship. That, my friends, is the belt he needs to go after. End of story. End of story. This belt should be for one person and one person only. Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. He is literally, if not the, at least one of the best wrestlers in WWE right now. His character, regardless of how wacky and undefinable it is, because it's not something I can just tell you what it is and how I can explain it to you. I wouldn't be able to. Even he doesn't know. Regardless, despite the lack of a true, solid, definable character, he is over. Every time he goes out there, whoa, whoa, It's endless. And then his matches are bangers. Now his match against Omos will probably be at the very least decent. Not a match I would want to see. But regardless of how you feel about him, this guy is easily the best talent you got on that Raw roster. And if he's going to stay on Raw, which I think he will, we'll talk about the draft when we get to it, but I think Rollins is staying on Raw. I might do a mock draft this week. Should I do a mock draft? We'll see. Seth Rollins, to me, should be number one, the number one guy that should win that world title. Period. I don't care if you want to have him go through a tournament. I would love for Seth Rollins to win a King of the Ring tournament, which would then give him this belt. Imagine that. Imagine if we did a week-by-week King of the Ring tournament. And then the finals is for this belt in Saudi Arabia. Sure, Saudi Arabia. And in that finals, we get Seth Rollins and damn. Who? I guess Bobby Lashley, right? Sure, Bobby Lashley. Let's go with that. I almost said Cody Rhodes, which no, let's not do that. Let's not do Cody and Seth. And then have Cody lose to Seth. Or have Cody win. Either one of those things is bad. It should be Bobby and Seth. That's what it should be. My personal opinion. But yeah, like ultimately you do that. Oh, this is gonna blow up. This is gonna be awesome. And I think Seth would bring a lot of credibility to that championship. Oh man. Do it. Come on. Seth Rollins as the new World Heavyweight Champion. Come on. Dude, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. I am. I think that's what we need to do. That's what should happen. What do y'all think? Someone just said Logan Paul. We are not going to do Logan Paul. I will choke you. I mean, I will sodomize you. No, what I meant to say is die. No, what I meant to say is, I don't see that happening. I don't think that's a good idea to have a celebrity come in and win the world title. I think that's stupid. A heel Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins in the main event. Okay. Let me think about it. Let me sit on that. I like it. Still going with Seth, though. Still should be Seth. Drew can win it later. He can win it after Seth. Yeah, man, I'm all for it. Oh, someone said it. Someone said it right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who really should win that world title? We're talking about the fastest rising wrestling megastar in wrestling today, and you already know what his name is. I want everybody to sing his name with me. His name is L.A. Knight. Yeah! Absolutely. Of course. I would love for Mr. Say his name with me, L.A. Knight, to definitely be a world champion. He would have to cash in with Money in the Bank, of course. I would love it. But no, I don't know if you should have a heel be the inaugural champion. It should be a babyface. So, Seth Rollins. For me, it should be Seth Rollins. But you tempt me with LA Knight, though. The temptation. But ultimately, love it. Love the design. I'm falling in love with it the more I look at it. Cody should not win this belt. It should be Seth Rollins. Period. Cody should go to SmackDown and feud with Roman for his belt. And then he should beat him at SummerSlam. And that's that. That's my thoughts. Yeah, I mean, what do y'all think? How do we feel about the belt? Ultimately, Do you like it? If you don't like it, tell me why. But this guy gives it 2 thumbs up. So, that's my thoughts, man. That's my live stream. Thank you all so much for being here. I really want you to get your thoughts on the subjects we talked about. CM Punk, the world title, Vince McMahon, Mercedes, Goldberg, Trish. Go crazy in the live chat. We got some super chats just sitting here. Let's play these super chats first before I go to the live chat. Because I'm very curious to know what y'all had to say.
Sent you the match link via Gmail. Enjoy.
Well, for me to do a reaction to it, you gotta pay me, buddy. You know how this works? I can't just do it for free. Remember? You have to request using your YouTube membership. Ask one of these YouTube members to request one.
We can dance if you want. Get it crackin' if you like. Must see the full moon. 'Cause I'm one of those nights.
Punk probably wanted to squash the beef and visiting friends that work for WWE. Also, I could see Mone getting the Tessa treatment in Impact, getting a run with their world title like Tessa did.
Mercedes Moné beating the world champion. Who is that? It's not Josh Alexander. It's someone else. Steve Mention? I don't remember. Y'all let me know who the actual world champion is now. But we'll have to see. Okay, I was about to say, I do have a live chat here. It's just, unfortunately, some of them, I don't know what's going on with this StreamYard's stupidness, but yeah, let me know, y'all. What do y'all think about what we talked about her? Right here? Right here, right here. Alright, let me start from the top and just read your comments. What y'all got? SWAT fan calls it the Flair belt. The big gold belt is the Ric Flair belt. Steve Macklin. I said Steve Manchin. 2 different people. Steve Macklin. Darcy Chatham says, "It's okay. I like this." He says, "It's nice, not perfect, but gold. Something worth winning, not a prize from a giant cereal box." I see you. I see what you're doing there. Jason Lewis asked the question that we all want to know. Why do they always need to have a big-ass WWE logo in the center? I don't know. That sounds like a Vince McMahon verdict. That's weird. But I guess it's good marketing when other sports teams have it. I don't know. It's dumb. OG Wave. Let Paige bless the belt. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to leave Paige alone. Y'all wrong for that. Jonathan Haley. Time to bring back the white strap IC belt. Absolutely. And I hope they do. Let's see here. Raymond Johnson. It looked like, my bad. It looked like Big Belt plus Cruiserweight Championship equals New World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know about that, but maybe. I would have to look at the Cruiserweight title. June Heat says the IC title is fire, but they could just change the color to white. Yeah, honestly, just get the black leather, make that white, and then put like a blue globe in the center of the title. There's a design that can work. Or just bring back the classic IC title. How about that? Ultra Shadow says, yes, this belt has the big W, but it looks better than the other big W belts. Unlike those belts, this one has detail. It has effort put behind it. That's for sure. A lot of people agree that Seth Rollins should be champ. I like it. Seth for champ agrees. Seth would be the first to hold it. Seth be curb stomping Becky Lynch in the bedroom. OG Wave, you alright, buddy? You alright, my friend? You over here talking about Paige blessing the belt and Becky Lynch getting cursed up in the bedroom. We need to talk. Probably. Yeah, but a lot of people are telling me that no one deserves it more than Seth Rollins. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact. He's carried this company probably more than anyone else has. Let me see here. Gino Morgan TV is funny. My boy Gino Morgan said Jinder Mahal could win it first. My man, don't get backhand. I like you and I appreciate you for what you've done for me and everything like that, but don't get backhand. Jinder Mahal ain't it. So some people are telling me that I should do a mock draft. Okay, let me see. I might be able to knock one out before Wednesday. Let me see. Well, not because I'm not even doing a AEW review this week, so I probably could just do it on Wednesday and just call it that, and then check it with my check it with the actual draft. Money in the Bank about to be good. Oh yeah, Money in the Bank's gonna be fun. Drew or LA Knight? Excuse me. Drew or LA Knight? Yeah. Either one works for me. Someone says Gunther should win the belt. Well, Gunther has to drop the IC title first, sir. Then we can consider that. Although I would love for Gunther. I would love for Gunther to be a World Heavyweight Champion. Matter of fact, I would love for him to beat Seth Rollins for it. What are your thoughts on Ted DiBiase Jr., the son of the $1 Million Man, unfortunately getting arrested for fraud? Didn't Senior, Ted DiBiase Sr. also get in trouble for some money issues? I think they both got in trouble. I mean, I guess they're living the gimmick. Everyone's got a price. I don't got much to say about it, quite frankly. I think it's just one of those things where people who have money, more money than what they have, find a way to just get more when they don't need it. Ted DiBiase is well in his lineage, in his age, where he doesn't really need to work a day in his life. He's already getting a check from WWE for just being a legend. Now Ted DiBiase Jr., okay, maybe he kind of has to work on his own, but still, like, I don't know. I just feel like the family should be financially taken care of, but who knows? I don't know much to say other than that's just crazy. I love the new style of the title. Still wish this was Cody's though, if he had beaten Roman. Guys, he'll beat Roman at SummerSlam, and it will be an even bigger moment because it'll be something fans are looking forward to. You know what I mean? The belt looks like the AEW Championship design. Well, you know, the rubies and the blooms and the gold design kind of does remind me of the AEW belt, but I just feel like having both gold belts just work better. You know what I mean? And I hope the same thing goes for Cody when he eventually wins the WWE title. So, yeah, a lot of people are liking the belt design. Good. You should, because it's awesome. What's your thoughts on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always special? So, I said this on Twitter. I'll give you my quick thoughts about it. I didn't like the Megazord fight. I didn't like the CGI. I personally would have preferred if they put a man in a suit and you did the hokey fight with a man in a suit as a Megazord. I would have died if that was something they did. You know what I mean? That would have been so goddamn fun and so goddamn awesome. But they did CGI. Didn't like that. Other than that, I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the acting was just as stifled and bad as it was in the original. I don't care. I thought the script was very cheesy, and I loved it. I love who's playing Trini's daughter. I thought she's great. I love her being the new Yellow Ranger going forward. I'm cool with that. Apparently, there's going to be another special. They're going to try to get Austin St. John and Amy Jo Johnson in on it. Cool. I would love that so goddamn much. But, yeah, man, I loved it. Outside of the Megazord fight, I absolutely loved it. So, all right, guys, let me get out of here. So, the next time you'll see me, I should be able to do a mock draft. So I'll let you know if I'm doing it. If I don't, I'll just see you on Friday, and you'll get my live stream reaction to what we got. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Do all the YouTube things as you file out. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Take care, stop that talkers, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and a Venmo. A Venmo. All right. So, I think we should be back to normal following the draft, because Friday, Monday, I'll be doing live streams. I'll get back to doing AEW live streams when May starts, because we're going to begin the build up to Double or Nothing. And then, we got Backlash, right? Backlash, and then the preview and predictions next week. And then after that, it's just smooth sailing. We're back to normal. We will be doing live shows every week until Money in the Bank. And then, of course, we got SummerSlam. And then after SummerSlam, and then All In, and whatever show comes up after that, I'll decide if I want to continue doing live streams or go back to just doing uploads. We'll play it by ear. But for the most part, I'm enjoying what I'm doing here. A lot of people are showing up for these live streams. More and more people are coming in. We used to average around 100, maybe 120. Now we're doing 200, so your numbers are growing up. Your numbers are going up because of you. The numbers are skyrocketing because of you. So we will continue doing this until you guys get sick of me. So until that day, I'll keep coming up here and talking about wrestling. But other than that, thank you all so much for being here. Do know your presence is appreciated. And always know you are welcome right here in Alyx's world, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Please be safe. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.